To really bring our character to life, we're going to have to give him a voice. And to do that, we're going to import some sound. Now, when you import sound into Toon Boom Animate, you can either use an AIF or a WAV file or an MP3. Typically, my preference is to use an AIF or a WAV file, mainly because they're not as compressed as an MP3. So I'm going to go ahead and play what our sound is.
And I'm feeling like a one-legged man on a unicycle trapped on a carousel. And I swear, that unicorn's gaining on me.
Now, one thing you want to be careful of, especially if you're going to be using the automated lip sync, is you want to get as clear a sound as possible, no background noise, and it will help you, or actually it'll help the computer once it starts to analyze the sound. And now let's go ahead to Toon Boom Animate and go to File, Import, and come down to Sound. Now here's my sound file, Unicorn Carousel, and I'll simply click Open. Now once I've done that, it actually gives it its own layer, and this little 100% here lets us know how large the waveform is showing here, and I'm going to leave that alone for now. I can move my playhead back and forth, but if you note, I'm not hearing anything. And if I click play, you still don't hear anything. In order to change that, I'm going to come up here, right at the top, and turn on the sound. And I'll also turn on scrubbing. Now with scrubbing, I can click on my playhead and just drag it back and forth.
Now I'm feeling like a one-legged man.
Now that's going to help, especially when you start tweaking any type of lip sync you're working on. And if I click play,
on a unicycle trapped on a carousel. And I swear.
Now, if you note, that actually did get cut off at the end. And the reason is the movie or the scene that's set up right now, it's only at about 100 frames or right at 90 frames. And the sound's longer than that. To find out how much longer, I'm going to simply come over to the sound layer. I'm going to double click on the music note. And it will open up the sound element editor. And I'm just going to simply click the bottom here and drag all the way over, seeing the waveforms. And I see that the sound actually ends on frame 142. So what I can do, simply close this out, and I'll extend this out to about 140. And there's the rest of the dialogue.
That unicorn's gaining on me.
And to extend our character out, I'm simply going to select the last frame. And press F5 and do the same thing for the character. And that is how we go about importing our sound. So remember, you can import either a WAV, MP3, or an AIF file, and you want to make sure you keep that sound as clear as possible when you bring it in.